Hey guys, so for 2017 I am going to be taking you through with how I prep my skin before doing any form of makeup and the products that I use and the order that I use them in. So I'll also be showing you how I take care of my skin after makeup is done. So if you want to see how I take care of my skin, then stay tuned. Alright, so before anything I do walk into my bathroom, switch my light on and then get ready over the sink. Basically I just turn the water on. As you can see, there are little blobs on my face. I basically did a spot treatment on my skin using a Glam Glow mud mask that I personally get from a Mecca store. Anyway, so just using warm water just to soften this and rinse it off for both sides, because I did have on both sides of my face, as you see here. So for my skin cleanser, I have been using the Shaaanxo Rosehip Oil Cleanser. It's basically in the same brand line as Rosehip Oil. I only started using this because I ran out of my Lush Angels on Bare Skin Cleanser and my sister was using this one for a while, so I just, used it out of desperation of needing something to clean my skin with. And I've been using it ever since. I obviously at some point bought my own. So I've been using this ever since. I'm not saying that my skin is perfectly clear because of this cleanser, but it's definitely been helping maintain my skin since I started using this. So now going in with the exfoliating glove. It's been a few days since I last exfoliated, so my skin is just getting a little bit dry and scaly, even though ironically I have oily skin and I'm in summer. So just working this all over my face, just to remove all the dead skin. So while I was at it, I also decided to give my lips an exfoliation as well. And now down to one final rinse. So then I just give my exfoliating glove a good rinse just to get any excess cleanser out. Put it back onto the mirror, or window actually. Then grab a spare towel and then just pat dry my face. You don't want to rub dry your face, you want to pat dry, especially around the eye area. And I do mean especially. So back in my room now, I am now taking the coconut oil that I actually took out of the bathroom. I had to use a face paint lid just to get this out. So I slathered it all over my face and then I will officially be ready for makeup. Okay, so now I have got a damp and freshly cleaned beauty blender. I am going to go in with my Rimmel Lasting Foundation in that shade 100 Ivory, which I wanted to bronze up because it is actually a shade around about my skin tone, but also technically a bit pale for me. So pumping it onto obviously the beauty blender. I have to take in small little dots over my face, and then obviously do what you do with foundation and a beauty blender. This is also a very oily-esque foundation, but I want to go for the dewy skin look, so that's pretty much where the reason of oily based foundations come in. And again, the lighter hand that you use, this is what I learned from Chris and Dominic, which I've said it so many times before. The lighter hand that you use, the less product you'll be removing as the blender leaves the face. Well, sponge I should say, blender. Makes it sound like you're putting a milkshake blender to your face. Anyway, so the lighter hand that you use, the more product obviously stays onto the skin and the more flawless you look. So I obviously want to keep my makeup light because I am in summer and I do not want my face to start melting on me. Even if I don't end up wearing this look for Christmas. I mean, I'll definitely be wearing brows for Christmas because otherwise my family, such as my mum, will just squeak. And they come back on Saturday, early morning that is. And because of the time zones, I'm pretty sure they're just leaving Dubai as we speak. And by the time you watch this video, it'll be Friday, which they will definitely be leaving Dubai. So I'm also making sure to get the crevices under my nose. Maybe just a bit more here. So I am currently filming my second week of Vlogmas, and I've gotten through 4 days, but I'll start vlogging it of course. But 4 days now, and so far we're only 13 minutes into the video, so I mean obviously it'll be a bit longer than that as I add more days on, obviously, but okay, that's my face blended. Now I'm actually going to go in with my sister's Wonder Stick from NYX. One side is a contour, the other side is a highlight or cream shade. And the result of being in my room, it's already slightly melted. And because why the heck not? Also, not going to be an unboxing, it's actually my sister's surprise Christmas presents, which if you saw my last vlog you would have seen which surprised one that was. Well, even though the shot wasn't very clear, but still you can faintly make it out. Okay, so you're gonna blend in the highlighter first. I forgot to contour the nose. I'll do that as soon as my under eye is set. So as you can see, I wasn't really looking to highlight my face, but more just fill it in where the foundation doesn't quite reach. Okay, so just taking my paddle brush, the double-ended one, so Beauty, and baking, but a very light amount. Okay, so now to contour my nose. And cut the tip a bit, because I have a long nose. Alright, now to go back through with these other high points. So this is a very lightweight foundation, so you are going to still see imperfections. Alright, now to blend in the contour. Okay, because I certainly have problematic areas, I'm going in with the concealer part again. Right, now I really should put baby blenders to good use. I was even going to use this in my First Impressions BH Cosmetics Shaanxo Remix palette because I completely forgot that I had it. So I'm going with this tiny little cute purple baby blender, and how did they know? I mean, it must have just been by chance, but how did they know that purple is my favourite colour? So it's going to, at my lightest, blend it in. It's not specifically meant to cover anything, it's just meant to highlight really. Alright, now just to set the rest of my face. So I'm pretty much happy with the way everything is sitting. So it is setting the rest of my face. I forgot my nose. It's one of those days apparently. Okay, now I'm good to go. Okay, everything is now obviously set in place. I'm going to keep my palette open after I get around to primer. Okay, now I fill these brows in. Whilst I was being all cinematic-esque in the bathroom, I had folded my tripod up, and then I realised I could have filmed me shaping my brows, but doesn't matter now. So I'm just going to time lapse through me doing my brows. Okay, now to go through with the cream side again and my small end of the paddle brush. There's like a little bit of a lipstick stain on it because when I was doing my extensions video, I had a ponytail and braid, etc. I was just adjusting my lipstick and sort of tracing the outline of it, and I was using this end, so that's why there's a bit of pink there. Fun fact. Just to clean up anywhere that I need to. I'm just going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill palette because I need to take a dark brown, specifically this one here, because I love my red tones when it comes to eyebrows. I love my red tones when it comes to browns. And apparently, we're going for a bold brow look today. There we go. Okay, let's put that the far side of my desk because I'm too lazy to put it back in, apparently. Okay, so now that my eyebrows are now officially framing my face, I'm now going to go with my Nikki Tutorials Too Fast Shadow Insurance Primer. I have not seen this little guy in ages. So doing what you do with eye primer. And this is also an oil-based one. So I'm just going in with my powder again. Oh, ow. Thing is just chewing at my hair. And I think I put a bit too much primer on this side. That just looks really cakey and like it just didn't take too well. So if that's focused enough, this is what I'm dealing with my eyelid. Great. Well, when you're not happy about something, you can obviously take it off, because this looks horrendous. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with my MAC Paint Pot Touch Ochre. Just to give it a little bit of coconut oil just to moisten up the primer. And then all over the lid. Okay, maybe just a little bit of powder this time. That is much better. I think that my Nikki Tutorials one may have expired. It's always been a little bit oily upon using it in the first place, but still, just went to shit fast. Okay, now that my eyes are officially done, primed at those. Now to dive into, it's actually pretty typical, but now to dive into the Shaaanxo Remix palette, because I absolutely love this palette. I do have a first impressions on it. I will link it below if you would like to check it out. So just a recap on the palette, one side is her recycled shadows, but they're named this time, and the other side is her newer eyeshadows, which are a lot more tropical-esque. So going over to the neutral side to start off with, I'm taking a fluffy brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm not too sure which palette this came in. So I'm going to take the probably not from this side, but the other side. I'm going to take a little bit of this shade here, which I can never pronounce. Is it Nave? I really don't know what it's meant to be called. So I'm just pretty much blowing this everywhere, or blending it everywhere. Shannon just happens to say blowing it everywhere quite a lot. Okay, just to make sure that this line that I'm going to end up doing stands out really well. First, just going to blend this right out, point where it's more like a natural shadow look or a natural dimension that some others have. Now I'm going to take from a different brush, or maybe the same brush. I'm going to take some of Clarity, which is a nice flesh toned, almost creamy off-white that she has. I'll place it onto my eyelid. So pretty much just filling my entire eyelid with that. So that's the part, if you're going to get all crafty with your makeup and artistic, and searching up images of candy canes is definitely a huge help. I say that because of overexposure. I cracked my phone screen. Like I said, I'm currently in the process of vlogging for Vlogmas week 2, and I was outside. I was just about to put my phone in the balancer between two tables when it slipped out of my hand and landed on the ground and shattered a bit. Screen, obviously. So in the next week, after Mum and Dad come back and reevaluated themselves, I'm going to get my mum to drive me down to the Apple store, I guess, and just get the screen fixed. But this is the candy cane that I've chosen. And I only say hard to see because of the cracks. So lots of greens, obviously whites, and in between red. Duh. So for my red, I'll definitely be using Jeffree Star's Unicorn Blood because that is eye safe. And for the greens, I will be using some of Venus Flytrap. I'll also be having to add a probably like a slightly darker green. Okay, so I've got my red, got my green, obviously already got white down. And to help me out with all of this, I am going to be using a lip definer brush, or eyeliner brush actually, but I'll be using it to apply this white art, I guess you could say. So I'm going to do this in the form of an eyeliner. Before starting up with the red, I will zoom you guys in. So also lucky that Shannon's palette comes with mirrors, so I'll be able to see it nice and up close. As I was saying, my camera shut off. I do have slightly brighter reds, but they're not eye safe, they're all from the Too Faced Melted Matte range. And also because of my eyelid shape, I do have the kids eyeliner rather small. Okay, that's the reds done. Now the other side. Okay, now to get in between with the green. And once again, we'll be using Venus Flytrap for that. It's going to be interesting because there's also some white gaps between the green. I'll just fill the whole thing in with green, but then go with white eyeliner. Okay, so now I'm just going to wait until it dries, and then I will add the white liner. Not too sure why my camera shut off again, but basically just finished with the white lines. It actually looks pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. Okay, so now just to do some mascara and some false lashes. Alright, now that I'm not up close anymore. Now I know mine isn't as obvious as what Shannon's was, but it's only because she has a wider eyelid space, she has more deep set eyes. I have half of the eyelid, so I need to keep my eyeliner small always. Okay, and the mascara I'm going to use is There's always that one rogue lash. Okay, so I'm definitely going to add some false lashes, because I mean, hello. But I'm going to go in with the natural stack and take the hairs. These are still quite sticky, so let's just see if they'll stick on their own. Which they will, but put them on the wrong side. I didn't think that will stick by itself. Fine. So for lash glue I will be using the Revlon one. Also what Shannon did was she outlined it in eyeliner, so I think I might actually do the same thing too that I'm remembering. That's also why I borrowed the eyeliner off my sister in the first place. Okay, so going in with, I have no idea what the brand is because it's halfway rubbed off. How close and personal again. You can skip the eyeliner part if you want to. So I have seconds remaining yet I'm recording. My camera's having an issue. Okay, crisis averted, my camera had just overheated. I'll be right back. My sister needs my help with something for a second. Okay, so now that my eyeliner's dried and I helped my sister out with hanging up her green screen, that's what she wanted help with. I'm now going to go in with the same, probably this side of the brush, with this brown terracotta shade, and into the crease. And then just blend it out. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of Buttercup, mango-y shade, and just transition it out. Taking my other ABH brush, I'm going to take some of Holy Grail, which is a highlight shade, and to the brow bone. Okay, for my under eyes, I'm going to take some of Terracotta again. I'm taking some of Clarity on the inner corner. That's it from that palette. Now I'm just going to stick my eyelashes on like I was originally meant to, before the eyeliner. I'll do it off camera just so I can preserve battery, even though it somehow got fully charged. It was only on the charger for like 5 seconds. But anyway, I'm going to let it switch my camera off just for a second, put my lashes on, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got my lashes on finally. I always have such problems with the inner corner, so I might also just put some mascara on the bottom lashes and get on my lips. I'm taking some of Dolce K, but obviously my lip liner. Okay, so you can either go in with a red lip or any other colour you want, but I'm going in with a nude lip. But obviously just line my lips with Dolce K, but now I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Melted Matte range in Cool Girl. So of course, whilst I'm waiting for that to settle in, to contour the rest of my face. To contour, I am going to go in with my A-Sion Tour palette. I'm taking the middle shades to contour. Just to add a little bit of bronzing, or just a little bit, because obviously some of the cream contouring that I did is still showing through. Just a little bit. I'm going to take this shade here to do the bronzing. And just a little bit on the nose. Whenever someone overdraws their lips today, what about if we do a powder mouth now and again, like? Or is it just me? Okay, so unfortunately I don't have any setting spray. I definitely need some more of that. I am going to go in with XO Beauty's Aurora Highlight. Taking the same brush I used to contour my nose, I'm going to take some of the highlights and do what you do with highlight. Kind of hard as it, but okay, so this is officially the completed look. So this is the eyes, the whole makeup, the lips, okay, so for my blush, I'm going to take some of Stalker. Makeup done, highlight done, blush done, I'm done. So this is now the completed makeup look. We'll now go to close up of the eye makeup. And of course my overall face. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and well, the videos are done, yes, but for the portion of the makeup look I will quickly needing to go up to the shops to fetch the dinner, and then I will then take you guys through the skincare routine for what I do when I remove my makeup. So stay tuned for that if you'd like to see that. But until for the makeup portion, ciao! Alright, so once the day is through, I then pluck off my eyelashes and put them back into the designated tray into the eyelash palette. Then taking myself back to the bathroom and using precisely the same cleanser just to rinse my face down first, and then use the cleanser product just to break down the process on my face, all of the products, the foundation, the eye makeup I have, the lipstick that I also had on. Now and again I just open my eyes up to see how much makeup is removed. Then once I'm satisfied that's all broken down, I then cleanse my face for one last time. Having to go over my lips one more time because the lipstick was pretty stubborn, but besides that, I then just pat dry my face. Back into my room now and using the same face paint lid and the face paint on first so that I'm out of focus. I didn't realise till now editing. So now I'm just taking some more coconut oil and putting this all over my face just to genuinely moisturise, as well as the double chin and under the eyes. Then once I've settled in vaguely, I am taking some of my Flame Glow mud mask and putting it into troublesome areas wherever I need to. And that is it for my skincare routine for 2017. So thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you all for my future videos. Ciao!